Last but certainly not least, we have Atomic Analytics, who's being presented to us by Katie Mummah. Thank you. Down button. Down button. Yep. The nuclear industry is unique. An event that happens at any plant affects the entire industry. This is not how other industries work. If the Ford F-150 had a safety recall, you wouldn't turn and look at your Toyota Prius and worry that it's unsafe. But this is exactly how the nuclear industry works. An event that happens at a single plant changes the perceptions of the public and the regulatory structures at every other plant in the US and potentially even the world. So there is a reason for nuclear utilities to share their operating experience to try to prevent events from happening at other plants, even ones that are not within their company. This is already being done, and this information is being shared through existing database structures. But the problem is, these existing databases are clunky and difficult to use, and if it's hard to search for the information you're looking for, you can't find other events about a particular system or component. We are going to solve this problem. We are going to make it extremely easy to locate events that have to do with a particular system or component, particular type of pump, for example, and automatically pull up similar reports, as well as automatically generate graphs that come from data analytics. As I mentioned, there is existing database structures, and how this works is all of the nuclear utilities pay an annual subscription fee to the Institute of Nuclear Power Operations. And one of the things that INPO does is it accepts all of these event reports and puts them into a database, a very large database. But because it is not easily searchable, utilities cannot pull out more than 1 or 2 reports at a time. This is where we come in. We are going to make it easy to get value out of this existing database structure in exchange for a small subscription fee onto what they already pay to INPO every year. We know there is a market for this. Even the generation of these event reports costs each plant $800,000 a year, and any event that causes a forced outage where the plant goes off the grid costs the plant more than $1 million a day. So even if we only capture 5 to 10% of this market and reduce the events by 5 to 10%, we will save utilities hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. We are asking for $1 million in seed financing. This will get us through our first year and all the way to our Series A financing. This will allow us to hire 2 software engineers, to do market research and develop our full cost analysis, and start building our software platform. We are Atomic Analytics. My name is Katie Mummah, and I am the CEO. I bring reactor engineering experience from my time interning at Oyster Creek Generating Station. Our COO is McKinleigh McCabe, who has an experience in coordinating teams and creating technical documentation. Our CTO is Courtney McLean, who spent a year working at a commercial plant in Canada, working with these event reports every day. And finally, our CFO is Ari Krause. He brings startup experience to the team, having co-founded a startup before, and has experience in financial projections. We are going to do this in a 3-step process to help get us to market as fast as possible. We are going to bring the search features and data analytics right away, and then start earning revenue within 18 to 24 months. Then we will move into step 2, which allows us to refine our features, partner with IBM Watson, and then go ahead and actually automate some of the event entry, saving more money for these event reports. Finally, when we have a sustainable revenue stream, we are going to take our product global. It is very, very difficult to share operating experience across international borders, but this is what we are going to do once we've developed a sustainable revenue stream. Again, we are asking for $1 million in seed financing. We are Atomic Analytics. Thank you, and I will now take any questions.
Do you have any idea of what additional fee you would want to charge on top of the subscription they already charge?
We'd probably figure out this fee during the initial market research phase, because as many of you know, the nuclear industry is not very forthcoming with any information, including how much they pay INPO right now. So we couldn't really get an exact figure to give you.
Okay. This is all pretty reactive. You're reporting on events that have already happened. Is there an opportunity? I see you're using Watson, but effectively this is just a very sophisticated search, but perhaps doing something predictive could be an expanded market opportunity.
Absolutely. So in our third step, we're also going to partner with some of the plants are starting to do active component monitoring. And so the combination of these existing event reports and active component monitoring, which right now has no overlap, but when we start bringing those together, that really starts to give us the ability to do this prediction capability. So that is absolutely something we're looking for once we have already worked on developing a sustainable revenue stream.
Do you understand the INPO database and what that looks like?
We have several people, myself included, who have worked directly with operating experience and these event reports before. I have used the database once myself. I have used internal databases, and as well as we have talked to industry partners who have told us, directly that they find it.
In the industrial world, people use these time series of events that they can then go back and figure out what happened. Something blew up, or this pump failed, and do that. There's a lot of GE Predix is one of the current products that people are developing to do this stuff, right? And there are specific databases for that. For example, a Pi historian is widely used in power plants, and my guess is almost all these plants you'd find that, and that stores these streams. One of the major problems with those databases is that they've grown up over 30 years, and there are different names, and try to get all that sorted out is a major challenge. But it's extremely valuable to your point if you can get that operational data and then share that.
Right, and again, we absolutely want to start integrating that.
Yeah.
Active monitoring that's occurring.
If you look at an ExxonMobil type company, they're trying to do exactly that on all of their stuff, so that they can share that from site to site, right?
Yeah, other industries do this, so there is a model outside of the nuclear industry to do stuff like this.
Not the nuclear guys.
Yeah, not in nuclear, so we will follow other industries and see how they're approaching this issue.
Like we do in so many ways. Thank you very much, guys.